in Vermaak met Marianah Lourens. Yes, Marianah Lourens with art and entertainment. And once again, we're in the green room here at the Athenaeum inside the little theatre. We're so excited, all of us, because of the storytelling Nali Bali Day that's coming. So I have Madoda, Ndlakuse. Am I saying it right?
That is perfect.
Madoda.
That is perfect.
Is it Madoda?
Madoda, not your daughter, right?
No, not my daughter, Madoda.
Madoda,
Yeah, almost like my daughter, because I've got a lovely daughter here. It's not my daughter's daughter or my daughter, but she's a princess anyway. Her name is Nandi, Kolisile, because there was a princess Nandi somewhere.
In KZN.
Nandi.
Nandi, yes.
Yeah. Shaka Zulu.
Yes, I remember that. So Nandi is a princess and she's Nandi, Kolisile, and they are both connected with Nali Bali. Madoda is the representative chief cook and bottle washer of Nali Bali here in Kaberga.
That's true.
We can say Port Elizabeth, but we say Kaberga.
And Karega.
And Karega. Yes. And is that your area?
That is Utenaik.
Utenaik, but I mean it's Utenaik.
That is where we are officially based, but of course we are also taking care of Nali Bali activities here around Kaberga. And sometimes we even go to Makanda for the same reason.
Okay, because Makanda, of course, is a huge educational and performing arts.
It is. That is where most of us as artists were groomed. That is where we felt like, no, man, we can do this thing. As you know that, the National Arts Festival is taking place annually there.
Yes, and it's happening online and some actual events.
That's true.
Now and then, a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But we can't wait to get back to the usual.
The normal.
Yes. But what we want to talk about today is Nali Bali Day, which is on Wednesday the 2nd.
The World Read Aloud Day.
The World Read Aloud Day. I mean, every day is Nali Bali Day.
That's true, because Nali Bali's vision is to make sure that each and every child, not only here in South Africa, but throughout the world, they read a book every day, or at least someone is telling a child a story every day. Every day,
and Nali Bali means there's the story. Yes, the story. That's right.
That's true.
And we also have it translated into our 11 languages and a few others. From our neighboring countries, which is exciting. But now tell me now, Nandi, what do? You are Madoda's right-hand woman. You are doing the stuff he doesn't want to do. We know what the men are like, ne? Don't bring me out that man, you do it.
Okay, I am the story sparker. So wherever I go, I spark stories. We make under VW project as Nali Bali. So we go to all the schools in Karega or Utenaik, but I'm still calling it Utenaik. We make sure our goal is to make sure that the child, when at least they reach grade 4, they are able to read for a meaning, because there's that gap at home. There's no someone that can read for them. So now Nali Bali this year, we are more focusing on families. So we don't only go on schools, we'll be going all around families to make sure that it is the culture.
Culture. Yes. So important, that is the culture, because without stories, there'd be nothing, because before print, there were stories.
That's true.
Before anything, there were stories. If you read in the Bible, it was stories before there were even Adam and Eve, before they even wore clothing.
Yeah.
And they were stored with the animals and everybody. There were stories. Those are stories. And those are the stories that we learned as children. So we love the spirit of storytelling. And of course, it's on all our radios.
Yes.
Not only the commercial radios, but the community radios and even the online radios now, I believe.
That's true. Everyone is starting to take account of or taking note of storytelling. It's not like we are expecting a gogo only to tell a story because of her natural wisdom, but everyone is into stories nowadays.
Totally into stories. And what I, of course, love about A Party in the Park, which is a story told, it's going to be on different stages, platforms, arenas, on the radio stations, as I said. And it's the beautiful name, A Party in the Park.
Yeah, it's a beautiful concept, especially taking into account that between 2020 and 2021, we had some, we are still, in fact, undergoing some lockdowns. We are not 100% free to, do all these things that we used to do. But at least imagining a party at the park is one of the nicest feelings ever. So we're congratulating the author, which is Mabel Nensa, and of course Bali, for making sure that this is happening. This is the kind of story that is bringing hope, and that is bringing fun and joy.
Exactly, and it's from a book full of stories called Katinga Finds the Perfect Name. And of course, that is the bundle, shall I say. Yeah.
It's a wonderful, it's a beautiful story, it's a beautiful book. I mean, you should see the cover of this Kantiga. People, they pronounce it in different ways. Yeah. But of course, it's not Kantaga. I think Kantika, it's fine.
It's not Katanga.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there. But of course, also Katanga has got some wonderful stories. The fact that they've changed from Katanga to Hallandale, there's a lot of, some nice stories in that village. And lots
of children who need to hear the stories.
Especially this one that is talking about a party at the park.
And that whole thing, and please, I want everyone to listen and to just find out when their stories are and so on. Because A Party in the Park is a lovely story. Because what you've just said about we're not allowed to do stuff. And this illustrates so much of what can be done.
I was gonna say that actually the author is making us to think, not only use the park as a place for sport or, use park for gatherings or meetings, but just the book, so that children can learn how to hold the book using that park, start a reading club using the park, and do poetry. Because some of the poems are like stories and poets are like storytellers. Exactly. I can go on and on.
Yes, and some of the best stories are told in rhyme as well. There are many of those around. And of course, Mabel Nensa, she's the author and so beautiful. But what you said, Nandi, about you are the spark. You are the spark.
I'm the story
You're the story spark. Tell us, it's almost as if you're the fairy that comes around and you just sow the stories with your magic wand as you wave at the stories.
Yes, I do magic because I put life in a story. Because I take a simple book for children, then I put life, I put music for. I would like to make an example. There's no song in the book. There was this animal that wanted to go and play with another one, but the name was Fire, so he couldn't go. So I created so that I'm going to my friend to play with my friend. So that's what I do. I put life. There's no song, there's nothing, it's just simple words. So that's what I do. I put life and it becomes more interesting and more fun. And remember, children learn more when they play.
The next time they tell the story, they will remember the way Nandi told it.
That's
and
true.
They will also say, I am going to play with my friend, ha ha,
They can even remix it.
They remix it.
Exactly.
Yes.
They remix it.
Yes, with the songs, because when I use the rhythm, I use songs that they already know.
Yes.
Then I try to mix so they know, Zekete, but I don't sing Zekete. Zekete. So I dance, I do everything. I say, how do you know, but you are over 30, I'm the story speaker. So I do everything. I make sure I put life in a story so that it becomes more interesting.
Anyone can do it. Children can put the life in like Nandi does. The 30-year-olds, the
30 plus.
And the Kokos can do that too,
That's
like
true.
me. So we love reading the stories. And of course, it is tomorrow, the day, the amazing day. Yes,
Yeah, you're right. Actually, it's tomorrow. Yep.
Yes,
Tomorrow is the day.
World Read Aloud Day, and it is a 10th anniversary of Nali Bali's
World Read Aloud Day.
Yes. I mean, Nali Bali's been going for much longer than that.
Yeah, Nali Bali started in 2012 in the Western Cape, but now.
Remember.
But now it is in most provinces of South Africa.
Okay.
And it is very, very active.
But the World Read Aloud Day, of course, is special.
It is.
Because it actually makes people have a bit of a drive about storytelling.
That's true. As Nandi had said earlier on, it is also going to help us to focus on families. Family literacy. Would love, to call to each and every South African, to each and every global citizen who is going to be listening to PFM, to make sure that they are reading, not only to children, but to each and everyone who is a family member. Yes, we are not saying we're not going to read to schools like we normally do. We will be at certain schools. For example, tomorrow I'll be at Melum's primary school in Utenek together with Nandi. But of course, after that, I have no way to go to my family and read to my children and everyone.
And we can actually do this because what I read was interesting. Last year, over 3 million children were read to during the World Read Aloud Day.
That's true.
And that was amazing. So this year, the focus is aimed at encouraging families, as you said.
Yeah.
And of course, this is exactly what the World Read Aloud Day does because it goes also to other countries.
It is.
And you know what I like about other countries, because we tend to focus on us. Now there's these Malawian shops. So now it's available. Shona, a Zimbabwean guy, can now read in his own language. Remember, when you read with your own language, it's more interesting. And there's Chichewa. Chichewa is a Malawian language. And there's Portuguese and Swahili spoken in Tanzania and Lingala.
It is so exciting because just for me, recently I've got a friend from Malawi. He's an actor.
Yeah.
And
Shafiq.
And Shafiq actually told us about the Chichewa. The Chichewa language, because we're using it in a story, in a play that Uncle Robert wrote. Why can't I just say Uncle Robert wrote the play and we're busy filming it? It's going to be screened, shall I say, by, what is it, Vermaak?
Yeah, Vermaak TV.
Stevie is filming it, and we in the story. I'm one of the actors with Shafiq. Wow,
that is fantastic.
We're together, and he told us about the
Chichewa language
because he is Chichewa.
Yeah, he's originally from that side.
Yeah, he's Malawian in our show. It's a play, and now it's becoming just it's still a play that's being filmed. But we're excited. As we're excited about the stories and this slogan, every child, every day enjoys a story. So not a day should go past. That's why the picture in our minds of bedtime stories. Every night. Before a child goes to bed, somebody must read. Whether it's the mom, the biggest sister,
that's very true.
Whether it's the gogo, or
there must be a bond. There must be a permanent relationship between our parents and children. Not because they are related biologically, but because we want to make sure that our children, they have a lifelong relationship with book.
Absolutely.
So World Read Aloud Day is helping us to do that.
Absolutely. And Madoda, now I read something about Ndlakuse. Quickly, we've got 5 minutes between us, so you must quickly tell me what that is, what that says.
Ndlakuse, thank you so much. Ndlakuse is my book, is an award-winning debut short story collection written by Madoda and Ndlakuse, and it's one of the treasures. It's a national treasure, that one, because I'm sort of profiling my experiences with Ikabeja or Port Elizabeth. Okay. So most stories are there.
Port Elizabeth.
Yes, I wrote it before the name Ikabeja, but of course maybe 2 or 3 stories just after it was named Ikabeja. But of course I didn't see need to change in the story.
Yes,
I've got about 16 stories, nice,
so
beautifully put stories.
That?
They can get the hold of the story or the book from Madoda, the author, or of course I'm also using Take A Lot. They can just,
So they can go to Take a Lot, and it's Madoda Ndlakuse. Madoda Ndlakuse. And now you, Nandi, tell us something. What brought you to Nali Bali stories? And storytelling and being the spark.
Okay, thank you very much. For me, it has always been in my genes. But you know how parents are, they want you to be a teacher, want you to be a doctor, but for me, literature, I think I was born with it. But my grade 6 teacher discovered that, I think it was 1999. Said, Nandi, I was in school music, said, no, you don't belong to a choir, come here. And then we're portraying a story called King Solomon. And I just read it within 10 minutes. I said, I don't want this role. I want to be King Solomon. But they are grade 7. So from that day, it started from that day. I knew that one day, so to be at Nali Bali, it's a dream come true because I came in last year, July. So it's actually been 6 or 7 months. And it's wonderful because everywhere I go, I live in PE. I work in Youth. When I go home, I've got my corner library for the children, not only my niece, for the whole community. So I read stories for them.
And she's got a wonderful reading club in Dispatch as well.
Okay, how can they get hold of you, Nandi?
They can hold me on WhatsApp. My number is
Nandi Kolisile. As you say it.
Yes, Nandi Kolisile.
Nandi Kolisile.
Yes, my dear. Also on Facebook, Nandi Kolisile on Facebook.
Okay, so but once they put in Nandi and Kolisile, Nandi will come.
I've also a good reading club in Dispatch.
Okay, so you tell them all about it when they find you on Facebook and connect with you, and then Nali Bali, you have to tell them how to get hold of.
Yeah, and one of the most important things that we're supposed to do in your show is to make sure that we are calling upon everyone, every listener of Bay FM to pledge for the World Read Aloud Day. They can just sign up, www.nalibali.org, or just WhatsApp the word in capital letters, WRAD, to this number, 060-044-2254. And of course, there are so many opportunities. There are so many doors to be open in terms of having a story-powered family, a story-powered city.
Say that again, please, Madoda.
Pledge.
Yeah, to
Nali Bali. You can use the website, www.nalibali.org, or the easiest also is to just send the word in capital letters, WRAD, to this WhatsApp number, 060-044-2254, because we'd love
the number
060-044-2254.
And that is what we are aiming on. Please do that and listen out through the week for the stories that are going to be read on different radio stations. But tomorrow we are reading worldly. So thank you so much for coming, Nandi. It's Queen Nandi for me.
Nandi, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Or princess, whatever you want to be. Maybe princess is more flattering, eh?
It is.
Nandi.
Nandi. And Madoda, thank you so much for coming. It was such fun, and we really are looking forward to all the stories being read and on and on and on forever.
Once upon a time, there was Aunt Marianah.
Yes, you can write that story. Thank you very much for coming. Now we must really say goodbye. It is Art and Entertainment and Marianah Lourens and Kuns in Vermaak. Wat nou groet Marianah Lourens met Arrivari.